It was a warm Saturday afternoon, the kind of day where the sun seemed to melt away the week's worries. The camera fades in on a crowded park filled with laughter, the soft squeak of swings, and the rhythmic thud of basketballs on concrete. But then, amid the cheer, there's a sound that cuts through it all. A sharp, panicked scream. A man in his late 30s, broad-shouldered yet with a weary gait, looks up from the park bench. His name is Mark Lawson, a single father, a decorated veteran, and a man who's seen too many battles for one lifetime. But this scream isn't from a battlefield. It's from two little girls, twins, no older than 10, cornered by a teenage boy twice their size. His voice is loud, cruel, and dripping with the false confidence of someone used to getting his way. Mark's instincts don't ask for permission. They take over. In seconds, he's on his feet, crossing the grass with the same urgency he once carried across war zones. His voice is firm, calm, but commanding enough to freeze the bully mid-sentence. "That's enough," he says, standing between the boy and the girls. The teen sneers, mumbling something about just playing, but Mark's eyes, sharp and unyielding, tell him there's no room for excuses. The boy backs off, muttering under his breath, before storming away. The twins, shaken but unharmed, cling to each other. Mark kneels down to their level, his tone softening. "You two okay?" he asks, and they nod, though their eyes are still glassy with fear. He offers to sit with them until they feel safe, and slowly, the girls begin to relax, giggling shyly as Mark cracks a few gentle jokes. What Mark doesn't know is that just a few yards away, a woman has been watching the entire scene. She's tall, poised, and dressed with the kind of understated elegance that comes from quiet wealth. Her name is Julia Matthews, a CEO of one of the fastest-growing tech companies in the country, and she's also the twins' mother. She had stepped away for only a moment to grab their water bottles. When she returns and sees Mark with her daughters, she feels a rush of gratitude and something else. She thanks him warmly, her voice carrying both relief and curiosity. "I can't thank you enough. I don't know what would have happened if you weren't here." Mark shrugs it off, saying simply, "Kids should feel safe in a park. That's all." But Julia notices the faint limp in his step when he walks back to his bench, the way his eyes scan the crowd like he's still on duty. Over the next few weeks, their paths cross again. The twins Emma and Ellie take a liking to Mark's own daughter, Lily, a bright-eyed 12-year-old with her father's resilience and her late mother's warmth. The four of them often end up sharing picnic tables or playing tag together, and slowly, Julia and Mark begin to talk. He shares pieces of his past, his military service, the struggles of coming home, the sleepless nights when memories won't let him rest, and the challenge of raising a daughter alone. Julia opens up about her own battles, balancing the crushing weight of her career with single motherhood, the guilt of missed moments, and the pressure to be perfect in a world that judges her every move. One day, the same bully from before tries again, this time with friends. But this time, he's not just met by Mark, he's met by Emma and Ellie, standing their ground, with Lily beside them. Mark watches from a distance, pride swelling as the girls remember his advice: confidence is your shield. Never let anyone decide your worth. Julia sees it too, and her eyes mist over. Their friendship deepens into something neither expected. But more importantly, the park, once just a place to pass time, becomes a place of healing. Mark, who thought his life's purpose ended when he left the service, realizes he's still a protector, still someone who can make a difference. Julia, who thought her wealth and success put a wall between her and others, learns that kindness breaks down barriers faster than any business deal. By the end of the video, the camera pulls back to show Mark pushing Lily and the twins on the swings while Julia watches, laughing freely. A warm sunset blankets the scene. A voiceover says, "Heroes don't always wear uniforms. Sometimes, they're just parents who show up when it matters most." If this story touched your heart, give it a like, share it with someone who needs a reminder that kindness still exists, and subscribe for more stories that prove one act of courage can change everything. Over the next couple of weeks, Mark starts noticing how the park has quietly become the highlight of his and Lily's routine. It's not just about the slides or the swings, it's about the people. The twins are always the first to run up when they spot him, calling out, "Mr. Mark. Mr. Mark. Come play." Lily laughs and pretends to roll her eyes, but she joins in too. Julia sometimes brings coffee for him, even though she tries to play it off as just extra from the cafe. Mark doesn't say much about it, But he notices the little things, how she always remembers to bring Lily's favorite chocolate chip muffins, or how she sits cross-legged in the grass with the kids, her high heels neatly placed to the side. One breezy afternoon, Julia opens up more than she has before. They're sitting on a bench while the kids chase each other. You know, she says, watching her daughters, people think because I'm a CEO, I have it all figured out. Truth is, I'm making it up as I go. Every day. Half the time I'm terrified I'm doing it wrong. Mark chuckles softly. Join the club. I've been raising Lily alone since she was 3. You never stop wondering if you're enough for them. But, seeing her laugh like this, he nods toward the kids, makes me think maybe I am. There's a pause. Julia studies him, like she's trying to read between the lines. You must have seen some tough things in the military. He exhales slowly.